Okay, good evening everyone. Thank you for coming. We will all start by sitting on something elevated. So for this case, it's a block. So you can put the block side by side this way. And then take a comfortable seat. Pull the left and right butt cheeks out. Feel the sitting bone. You should feel two bony structure at the base of your hip. And then elongate your spine. Don't be in a hurry to close your eyes. Level your chin to the ground. Relax the shoulders. Maybe look afar. And then as you exhale and relax the shoulders, you can allow the eyeballs to be heavy. And then gently close your eyes. So taking some time to inhale and exhale and relaxing the body. Spending a few moments to arrive and center. Perhaps putting aside whatever that don't serve you right now and just focus on the physical sensation and the breath for the next 75 minutes. Allow this sitting to be an invitation rather than forcing your body to stillness. So for the first few breaths, you might take some time to just feel the heaviness of your butt. How are your legs doing? Are there any sensation around your lower back? Are you feeling any tension in the shoulders? Just take this time to just check in to the body and maybe take just a few minutes to reset the breath. Notice the quality of the in-breath and the out-breath. And feel how the breath changes the body. Notice the flow of the breath through the nostril as you inhale, and the flow of the breath out of your nostril as you exhale. And perhaps you might want to shift the upper body slightly forward and backward to find a good equilibrium point whereby the weight of your torso is directly on top of the sitting bone. Feel the subtle expansion and contraction of your lungs. Gently press the palms together in front of your heart. Rub the palms together. Feel the warmth in the palm. Gently press the palm to your eyes. Take a deep inhale. The next time you exhale, very gently move the palm away. Gently open your eyes. Namaste. Okay, so we will start by lying down tonight. So we're going to lie down first. So the key is to lie down first before you prop your butt up to shove a block at your lower back. Okay, so please do not sit on your lower back and then tumble over. It will be too high. So you lie down first, bend your knees, lift your butt up, and then place a block at the lower back. Once the block is at the lower back, you slowly shift your butt down so that the butt can touch the floor. And then you can choose to keep your knees bent or you can straighten your legs. It might get a little bit uncomfortable at the start with a block at the lower back. If it's too painful, you can ignore the block and then just place 2 balls at the lower back. Okay, but the block should be fine. So take some time to adjust the position of the block. Make sure that the butt is not suspending in mid-air, okay? The butt can reach the floor. It can get a little bit uncomfortable as long as it is no sharp pain. And then as you relax the shoulder blade onto the floor, your arms can be placed alongside the body, or you can rest the palm on the belly to give you some form of security if that warming sensation helps. And then you can choose to straighten your legs for full Shavasana, or you can bend the knees. We release the lower back for the first posture. So tonight's theme is on the kidneys and the urinary bladder lines, the theme for the entire week. So we will be doing quite a bit of back bend, lower back, inner thigh. These are the main target area. Spend some time to pay attention to your glutes. Make sure you're not clenching the butt to hold yourself in that position. You are releasing the butt, releasing the groin. And then keep going back to the lower back and see if you can relax the muscle so that the weight of the body is resting naturally on the block. Check that your shoulder blades are not tensing up. They are fully resting on the mat. And then close your eyes, relax the jaws, relax the tongue. And some of you might feel a slight tingling sensation along your legs all the way to the toes for some. Because when we place a block at the lower back, we might press on some of the nerve radiating out from the lower back to our legs. So if you feel some tingling sensation, it's normal. But if you feel a lot, then you might want to shift the block a little. And notice how your ribs and the belly is responding to the breath. And leverage on the exhale breath to relax the back muscle. Take long exhale breath, releasing the tension, especially the butt, the belly, and the lower back. This posture might be helpful if you've been sitting upright the whole day, and it might release some of the tension around the lower back. Allow the ankle to relax, the feet and the toes rolling out to the side, and just focus on keeping the entire lower body rested. So by now, the initial discomfort of the lower back with the block should have disappeared by now. You have gotten used to the sensation, and this is the time where you can really focus on further relaxing the body. Okay, please do this slowly because you have placed a block there for quite some time. You might find it difficult to bend your knees, okay? So you very, very slowly, you bend your knees one at a time. Step both feet on the floor. Just stabilize everything. Make sure you are fully grounded in your feet. And then you lift the butt up. Take your time. You push the block away. Rest the butt down onto the floor. Keep your knees bent. Your feet are met with distant apart, and then you knock your knees together. So feet apart, knees together, and then just stay here. This posture helps to flatten the lower back on the mat. It helps to release the previous pose. Just stay here and feel any sensation or rebounds on the lower back. Just 2 more breaths. Okay, very slowly, you roll over to one side. And then you come on up. So we're going to move the curvature from the lower back to our shoulders. Okay, so we're going to place two blocks. One block is in this height, and then the other block is flat. Okay, so later you can adjust the height of your pillow. Okay, so this block is at the shoulder blade, this block is for your head. Okay, so you hold on to this block and then you adjust your body so that the shoulder blade, they are on this block. You feel how is it going like, and then you feel how high this pillow should be. Some of you might need to use the second height to rest the head, but if you can, use the lowest height, or for some people, you might totally rest the head onto the mat. Okay, so it really depends on how long is your neck, etc. Okay, so don't need to force your head onto the floor. You just see if it's okay, you are not feeling giddy. Okay, so the first block here is for your shoulder. Okay, then the second block is for the head. Feel free to adjust the height of the pillow. And then once you're in this position, the arms is really up to you. Some people feel good resting the arm alongside the body. Some people like to have some stress on the shoulder, and they feel good extending the arm to the side or towards the back. But that gives you shoulder pain, then forget it. Just rest the arm alongside the body. So you can explore the position of the arm to see which is the preferred position. As for your legs, few options. Depending on what is comfortable, you can keep your legs straightened. You can keep your knees bent towards the ceiling. Or if you want, you can have the feet together, drop the knees to the side for butterfly legs. So you choose one variation that you are comfortable. The target area is just the shoulder. The arm, the legs is really something that you can choose something that you can fully rest in this posture. That's more important. And then once you have chosen the variation, just focus on expanding the chest as you inhale. And with each exhale, allow the body weight to sink onto the block. So we have moved the target area from the lower back to the shoulder. And we're trying to make this focus on the back bend. Drop the top of the shoulders. Relax it. It's a natural tendency that we tend to be a little bit aggressive whenever we work the shoulders. Okay, so as long as you're feeling some form of release, gets good enough. Okay, don't need to have that urge to deepen the pose. With each inhale breath, notice the expansion of your ribs. It should be quite obvious with the block at the back. With each exhale breath, you notice the contraction of your ribs while dropping the shoulders. So although your shoulders doesn't move, they are being blocked by the piece of structure at the back, but you should be able to feel the release internally. The release is not artificially created. The release is due to your body relaxing in the pose. Just 5 more breaths. Okay, so very slowly bend your knees. If you're in butterfly legs, slowly close the knees together so that all of your feet are on the mat. I just want you to very gently, slightly roll over to one side, maybe to the left, and then you use your right arm towards the back, shift away the block, and then rest fully back onto the mat again, and then just stay for a while to release the shoulder blade onto the floor. Just take your time, maybe take about 5 to 8 breaths and feel the release. Try to lengthen each exhale breath. Okay, you gently roll over to one side and then you come on to seated. You will need one ball and you need one block. Okay, so just have the ball on the block and then you bend your left leg and then you straighten your right. And we're going to place the calf onto the ball. Okay, so the calf onto the ball. So it doesn't matter where first, the body will tell you where is that tenderness. You just straighten your right leg, place the soft calf here onto the ball. Any part first. The left leg is bent. Okay, so you can rest your palm at the back to support the body. The right leg is straightened. The ball is somewhere in the calf and then it is supported by a block. Okay, so lift your butt cheeks out. You don't need to fall forward by a lot. You just have to slightly lean forward. And then I want you to slowly roll the ball up and down the calf. You should be able to find some spot that is a bit tender, a bit achy. Okay, so one option is that you can hold on to the block lightly, and then it helps to roll the ball up and down, either by moving your legs, or you can shift the block up and down. So once you find a tender spot that you feel some achiness, slightly allow the body to lean forward. You don't need to flex the toe. you just let the leg hang, and then it's pivoted onto the ball. Okay, so find a spot that you feel a bit achy, seng sensation, and then stay there, and then allow the legs to relax. So for those who joined us on Tuesday, yesterday, we work on the urinary bladder lines. They are the entire back of the lines run along the entire back. So for Monday and Tuesday, we work on the upper body. So tonight, we work a little bit on the lower body, which is the back of the thigh and the back of our shin, which is the calf. Okay, so now you might want to shift the ball slightly up a bit and then find a new spot. At all times, allow the legs to relax, because once you flex your toe, the calf muscle tighten and then the sensation disappear. You must drop the leg, and if you can, lean forward. Okay, so of course you will still feel like that, just that it is not so strong. If you lean a bit forward, the sensation might be a little bit stronger. So now the ball, I guess, should be at the middle of the calf, somewhere there. And then I want you to keep the ball, leg relaxed, and then just shift the ball, shift the leg left and right, left and right. Very slowly. You are like strumming the whole calf muscle. The calf muscle is long. So when you do this, you are releasing the calf muscle. So tonight, I'm going to introduce two ways of releasing it. One is resting, like what we are doing now, and then moving it left and right. This is not so painful. Okay, no? Pain, huh? Okay. Okay, so the second one is a little bit more painful. So you rest your leg on top of this one. Okay, just gently rest. While you are resting the left leg onto the right, the focus is on the bottom leg. Okay, so while you are resting the left leg on top to give the weight, you flex the bottom leg, and then you relax. You flex, and then you relax. So if you feel nothing, maybe you should find a new spot. Okay, usually it is the spot that is tender. Okay, so it really depends from person to person. I can't really pinpoint where. Some people feel a lot in the middle. Some people feel a lot like at the edge here, where the calf meet the Achilles tendon. So some people feel more at this point. Some people feel more at this fleshy part. So you have to find a spot where, if not, you will be just like striking a pose. Okay, so you must find a point where you can really do this. Take a few moments. If you want more, it's always good to lean forward. Okay, the moment you lean forward, the sensation will be more. Sometimes you don't need to move a lot. You just tilt the angle, and then the sensation will come. Okay, sometimes it's just the angle that didn't press onto the muscle directly. You just have to tilt the weight to one side or an angle, then the sensation will come. Just one more breath. Okay, we release. And then we change to the other side. So we first bend the right leg, straighten the left first. So the first part, there's no pressing. So the right leg is bent. And then we just do some scan. Okay, where is that tenderness? Once you find a spot that feel a bit achy, then you just lean the body forward. So you can choose, after experiencing the right leg, either you stay still by relaxing the leg, it is still good enough, or you want some more, then you just move left and right. Left and right is a bit painful. Okay, because the muscle is long, when you do left and right, you can literally imagine that you are using the ball to strum the calf muscle. Okay, the calf muscle is long and you're moving perpendicular to the length of the muscle. So that's why it's a bit irritated. And then please find a new spot. Okay, now you slowly, if you want some more, you rest the weight on top of it. The weight should be quite strong because you have one leg resting on it for the pressure point. And then you slowly flex the bottom leg and then you relax. You flex and then you relax. Flex and relax. If you can't find anything, just choose to a new spot. Okay, so we are done with the calf. The calf is usually more painful. Now we are coming to the hamstring. Okay, so the block is now behind the thigh here. So you just place the ball. This part is really not as painful as the calf. Okay, the calf is the tender one. So you rest the ball onto the block, the calf, the whole part behind the thigh is the calf. You rest on it. So what you can do is you can slightly lift your butt up and then you just roll up and down. The same. If you strum left and right, it is more painful because our hamstring and the calf, they are long muscles. So if you move left, right, that is definitely more irritated compared to if you roll up and down. But it doesn't matter. You find one sensation that you will notice the hamstring don't feel as much as the calf. Okay, we won't spend too much time on the hamstring. It's not so. We come to the other side. And then roll up and down. Just a few more breaths. Simple. Okay. The next pose we're going to do is we're going to place the ball inside the back of the knee, this hole here. Okay, so we're going to squash the ball. Okay, so I'm going to provide an easy option so that we lie down. It's not so painful for the knee. So very simple. You lie down. You bend either the right or the left. Make sure you do the other one. You put the ball directly behind your knee. You close it together. You hold on to the shin and you try to hug the knees towards the chest. Okay, so this is option one. So if this is already very painful for you, just stay here because you can adjust how much you want to squeeze the calf. But if you are really okay with it, you don't feel much sensation, the second option is you do the opposite. Instead of lying down, you sit on it. This is much more painful because your whole weight is on the ball. The pose is the same, okay? Lying down or resting on the ball. So if just now that lying down is okay, you don't feel much, then everyone should feel this when you are kneeling down. So you choose one option that you are not killing yourself. You can relax and stay there. Either you are lying down, holding on to the shin, or you are kneeling, applying the weight onto the ball behind the right knee. Just 2 more breaths. We won't stay very long. Okay, very slowly release the right. Now bend your left knee. Place the ball behind the left knee and then hug the left knee towards your chest. Okay, experiment on where you're holding the shin. If you hold the left leg very near to the left knee, you might not feel much of the pressure. Perhaps you hold on to the middle of the shin. Hold on to the point between the knees and the ankle. So once you hold on to somewhere at the midpoint of the left shin, you might feel that the pressure is a little bit stronger as compared to if you just hold on to the left knee. Don't need to hold very tight. As long as you feel the pressure, that's good enough. Think of releasing the calf or the hamstring. We have about 5 more breaths. Okay, very slowly release the ball. And then slowly roll over to one side and then slowly come up. Okay, so we're coming to a couple of in poses. So the first pose we're going to do is we're going to do half butterfly pose, folding forward. Okay, so you are in this posture whereby your left knee is bent, your right leg is straightened. You can choose an option, either your left knee is bent this way, or you can choose an option whereby your left knee is bent the other side. Okay, so we are going to fold in the middle. Okay, we are not going to go to this side. We're going to come to the middle. Either you choose this or you choose this. Okay, one will be easier. Okay, and then the same thing, you pull the butt cheeks out. If you need block at the center, please do so. And then you allow the body to lean forward. You don't need to push the knee towards the ground if you are relaxing the right leg. And then if you find that the right knee actually micro bend, it's perfectly fine. With each exhale breath, you relax the belly, and then just let the upper body take any shape. You can relax the ankle, relax the right foot. So as long as you get perhaps the inner thigh, especially the inner side of the right thigh, or some people get more of the right hamstring. Both areas are perfectly fine for the target area. Today we work a lot on the hamstring and the inner thigh for the kidneys and the urinary bladder lines. Okay, so we're going to do a second variation. The next time you inhale, you slowly push your body up. Your legs don't move, so you should be coming up from the middle. So your right leg is still pointing to the right. And then the next time you exhale, I want you to twist. So it's a spinal twist now. You twist and you try to face your right foot. So you twist and you try to face the right foot. You should feel the left lower back, some stress. And then the second half of this posture, as you exhale, I want you to lean forward while facing the right foot. So you might feel a little bit on the left lower back. And you should feel more onto the right hamstring. But if your lower back is really tight, you might feel a lot on the left lower back, but not much on the hamstring, because that's prohibiting you to twist and lean forward. So it's fine if you feel a lot on the lower back. So a gentle reminder, you can micro bend the right knee. You don't need to force it down onto the mat if that's really too strong for you. Just 5 more breaths. Take your time. Walk your body back to the center again. And then slowly push yourself up. Your lower back might be a little bit achy, so no hurry. So once you're seated upright, I'm going to suggest some movement to release the lower back. You can press your left palm down on the back. Okay, so don't need to do so rigorously. So as you inhale, I want you to swing, lift up your butt, and then have a slight back bend, and then you come down again. Don't need to go too high. So as you inhale, you come on to, and you release the lower back. Just one more time. You might want to engage the core a little bit to help to lift up a little bit and then come down. Okay, never mind. We bend the right leg and then straighten the left. Okay, so we are folding in the middle. We are not twisting. So now you know the sequence. You can better appreciate the difference. Okay, although the posture look like 90% similar, but you should feel a different engagement. Okay, so now you seated upright. The next time you exhale, you just focus on leaning forward in the middle, and you notice where are the area of tension. So for this, there is no twisting. You should not feel much on the lower back. You should feel more on the legs, either the inner thigh, the left inner thigh, or the back of the left thigh. That's the target area. And then you lean forward. If you're very flexible, feel free to rest the elbow on the floor, on the block, or even rest the palm down. It's good enough, as long as you feel the target area. So the main purpose of an in practice is not the shape that you're making, it is whether you're feeling the target area. So even if you're very stiff, you might not be going down a lot. As long as you are feeling the target area, you are doing the pose. Just one more breath. So take your time. You might not even need to open your eyes. You know where we're going next. So the next time you inhale, you just push yourself upright. So once you're seated upright, you twist your body so that your chest is facing the left knee now. And the next time you exhale, you see how much you can creep your upper body lower. Don't need much. It depending on a lot on the right lower back. So with each inhale breath, you think of inhaling through your right lower back. With each exhale breath, you think of softening the belly. Five more breaths. So take your time, very slowly walk your upper body back to the center, and then you gently use your palm to push yourself up. We're going to sit upright for a few breaths to maybe just get used to the sensation of the lower back. So if you don't feel like doing that movement, you can always sit upright and then just feel the release of the lower back, okay? Nothing wrong with it. Or if you want, you can press the right palm at the back. The next time you inhale, you just very gently, don't need to lift up a lot, just gently lift up, engage the core a little bit to lift up the butt, and then you just stretch out the back, and then you come down the butt. Perfectly fine if you don't lift the butt, okay? The next time you just inhale. Of course, if you want to come higher, you're welcome to do so. So just some yang movement to engage the muscle a little bit after all the passive stretch. Okay, the last one, inhale. And then exhale, come down. Okay, bend your knees. We are coming to a squat. So we are coming to Malasana. So if you can squat comfortably, please feel free to do so. If you can't, then just take a block and sit on it. How high you want to sit on the block, you can decide. You can take 2 blocks and sit perfectly fine, okay? Or you just squat. So you move your knees as wide as you comfortably can. You rest the elbow at the inner thigh. 3 options. You can press the palm in Namaste. You can do half, 1 fist and 1 palm, or you can rest the back of the palm. So this is the least pressure. This is actually the most pressure. Okay, so your tricep is on the inner thigh. If it's too much, please sit on the block. The idea is not to create too much stress. So each time you inhale, can you slightly broaden the chest? So don't think of rounding the back too much. You are slightly broadening the chest. Because while you broaden the chest, you will automatically push the knees against the thigh. That pressure is good enough. Don't need to press too hard. You just lift the chest. As you exhale, you relax the glutes. So if you just focus on the breath, inhaling, expanding the chest, exhaling, releasing the glutes, the pressure is good enough. Don't need to purposely push the knee. We won't hold very long. Just 5 more breaths. Okay, slowly release. If you are on a block, please sit down. We are just going to move the knees a little bit. Okay, so we are just going to move left and right, left and right. Okay. So as usual, we will end off the class with a back bend. Okay, so we'll do a classic kidney and urinary bladder pose to release the lower back after all the forward fold and twist, because that is always the main thing for kidney. So you come onto the belly, and then we do the classic Sphinx and seal pose. Okay, it shouldn't be new to most people who have been practicing it for a while. So 2 options, a quick revision. You can either rest on the elbow, if that's work for you, or if you want to go deeper straight away, you can rest on the palm and then come high up to a seal pose. Okay, but don't need to go too deep. We are going to stay in this posture for 6 minutes. Okay, so while you are on your elbow, you can experiment a bit and see where is the best position to place the elbow. Some people place it too forward, and you find that that's not really helpful. Or the other way around, you place the elbow very close to the armpit like this, and then you feel really uncomfortable. So you find a good angle whereby the elbow are almost directly behind your shoulder, roughly, so that when you relax the chest and the shoulders, the structure of the arm will support the body effortlessly without you needing to exert a lot of force. Then that is the nicest angle for your seal or the Sphinx pose. If you have lower back injuries before, holding this pose for 6 minutes might not be something you want to experience. So after a while you feel tired or you feel that lower back isn't feeling too good, you can always come down, rest on the forehead, take about 5 to 8 breaths until you feel better, and then come back again. Okay, so you must listen to the body. It's not about enduring the pose for 8 minutes. It doesn't do good if you already have injured the lower back. So this posture directly compresses the lower back at our lower back 2, lumbar 2 and lumbar 3, around there, L2, L3 area. And this is the most common area where people complain that they have slip disc or bulging disc. That's always the lower back L2, L3 area. So actually this is a very effective therapeutic pose for people who have recovered from a slip disc. Of course, you do not do this when you are having that pain and during the time where you are recovering. But after you have recovered, a Sphinx and seal pose is a very therapeutic pose to nurse back the slip disc condition. And it directly targets the kidney lines. So we are at half time. You can choose to stay, or you can choose to either rest or go deeper. You can go deeper by pressing the palm below your shoulders if you wish to, and then come higher for seal pose. It's not a must. At all time, relax your glutes, relax the belly, relax the groin. Just 5 more breaths. Okay, the next time you exhale, as slowly as you can, release the upper body down. Fold your arm, rest the forehead onto the forearm. You should be able to feel the release of the lower back. So if the release sensation is very strong for you, I encourage you to breathe deeply through the lower back. And as you exhale, relax the belly. Use the breath to ease off the rebound sensation. Okay, very slowly, you roll over and lie on your back. Once you are on the back, I want you to hug your knees towards the chest. So you roll over and hug your knees towards the chest. And then gently rock yourself left and right, left and right. You might want to squeeze the knee towards your chest. Think of flattening the lower back to the mat. And then rock yourself left and right, using some pressure to release wherever that you're feeling the soreness of the lower back. You might stay on one side, rock up and down, and then roll on to the other side, rock up and down. Just one more breath here. So we're going to do 3 rounds where we are squeezing ourselves into a ball, okay? So I need you to use strength, squeeze the knees together, and then try to tuck your chin towards the knees and you squeeze like a ball. So squeeze and then let go. 2 more rounds. So as you squeeze, you are using muscular strength, and then you hug and tuck your chin towards the knees and then exhale. Last one. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Make yourself as small as possible. The next time you exhale, let go of everything. Straighten your legs, your arms alongside the body. Relax the armpit, relax the arm. Softening the eyes, the jaws. With each exhale breath, see if you can release whatever tension you're still holding in the body. Sometimes the tension is held in part of the body without you realizing until you consciously scan the body. It can reside in areas where you don't really pay attention. Check that you are releasing the groin, the back of the knees, your toes, your lower back, your belly, your shoulders. Go back to the shoulders again. With each exhale breath, drop away some of the tension. Your elbows, your wrist, your palm. See if you can further soften the eyeballs. Check if you are clenching your jaws. If you are, relax the jaws, softening the tongue. Releasing the facial muscle, softening the forehead. Notice the softness and the quality of the breath while you are fully rested on the mat. Very gently deepen your in-breath and your out-breath. Keeping your eyes closed and the mind still quiet. Bring awareness to your hands. Slowly wriggle your fingers. Bring awareness to your feet. Move the toes. Move your head left and right, left and right. Bend your knees one at a time. And as slowly as possible, roll your entire body towards the left. We stay on the left for a few breaths. Use your right palm, very gently press your body up. With the eyes still closed, take any comfortable seated position. Pull the left and right butt cheeks out to ground the sitting bone onto the mat. Once again, rest the palm on the knees, on the thigh. So with each inhale breath, lengthen the spine. With each exhale breath, relax the shoulders. Ground the sitting bone. Just take a couple of breaths here. Acknowledging the effect of the practice, the quietness that you have cultivated for yourself. Very gently press the palms together in front of your heart. Rub the palms together. Rub a bit harder. Feel the warmth in the palm. With the warmth in the palm, press deep into your eyes. Give your eyes a massage. Your eyes have worked hard for you. Take a deep inhale. Keep pressing. The next time you exhale, gently move the palm away. Gently open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Do me a favor. There are some spray and rags there. Just help me to clean the block. Will do. The mat I will clean. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. For those who are online, you couldn't see me because I'm in front of the computer, away from the camera. Next week, we'll be working on the hips if you are joining us. Okay, thank you very much.